Alright guys, so welcome to Own Your Fitness. We're going to get started in a second. Make sure you have some equipment you're going to need for this workout. It's a full body workout, a pair of sliders or socks if you have socks, a longer resistance band with handles. If you don't have that, you could use weights, or if you don't have that, you can use a smaller resistance band and a heavier resistance band. So you want to have that. Also, if you have like some sort of block or book or dictionary or something, we're going to do a little bit of inner thighs with the block. If you don't have it, don't worry. You could just grab something just so we can have something between the legs at any point. We're going to get started here with some burpee squats. So grab your sliders. Stand at one side of your mat. And we're actually going to do our burpees with the block or whatever you have between your thighs. And we're just going to warm up the inner thighs with our squats. So you're going to stand your toes on the sliders. Your heels might be on the floor for this. We're going to do a couple of minutes and we're just going to warm up. Feet are about hip distance apart. You're squeezing the block. You're going to drop your hips back and down. So it's a bit more of a narrow squat. You're going to come up, squat down. Give me 5 to 10 of these for the first round. Keep squeezing the block. Good. If you have any injuries, make sure to take care of yourself. And then let's take the hands down onto the mat. Spread your fingers. Keep squeezing the block and float your legs back into a plank. Now you're going to give me a couple of bears. So keep squeezing the block. Bend your knees in halfway. And then straighten the legs halfway out. Do that one more time, halfway in. Good. And then all the way out nice and slow. And then bring them in to stand up. So slowly bring them in, keep squeezing the block. Come back up to standing. And then find your squats again. Down, up, down, up. So do 5 to 10 of those squats. Keep squeezing the block. And then your hands are going to come back down. You're going to give me 2 of those bears. So the knees are going to come under the hips. Spread your fingers, plant the palms. Float your legs back with control. Keep the abdominals nice and tight. Squeeze the glutes. Let's just bring those knees halfway in and pause right underneath the hips. And then inhale, straighten the legs. And then exhale, halfway in. Good. And then inhale. All the way out, take your time, bring it all the way back in. Let's do another minute of this. A couple more rounds of squats. All right, starting to wake everything up. Squat back. Drop the hips back, squeeze the glutes forward, get those inner thighs turned on. Again, if you do want to do this without the block, that's totally fine. And then bring your hands down onto the mat. Spread the fingers. Send the legs out. If you want to add any push-ups in here, feel free. Give me 2 slow bears. In. Keep squeezing that block. And out. One more. And then we're going to sit up for our final round of squats. Slowly in. Slowly out. Grip your fingers into the mat. And then slide it all the way in. Final round of squats. Bring it all the way in. Squat the hips back. Squeeze forward. Back. Squeeze forward. All right. Final round. You're going to stay in that bear. We're just going to do that bear in 3, 2, 1. Hands on the mat. Float the legs all the way back. Good. Spread your fingers. Really feel like your elbows have a slight micro bend in them, so we're not locking them. Bend the knees in, squeeze. Inhale, send it out. Good. So now you want your hips at shoulder height here. Don't let them come too high or too low. Squeeze the glutes and just scoop the tail under. If you need to be on your elbows, you can come down to the elbows for this. Good. If you need to modify, put your knees on the sliders and crunch it in from your knees. If you need that, that's a good modification. All right. Remember, we're going to a slow 4 count for this Lagree style workout. So 4 counts to bring the knees under the hips. You're going to pause. 4 counts, you're going to send the legs out. Good. 10 more seconds here, guys. Slowly drawing that in. Feeling the low belly lifting up and in. Good. And then bring the knees right underneath the hips. We're going to swing it from left to right. So bring those knees underneath the hips. Hold it here. Swing the knees, but don't twist the shoulders. Keep the shoulders square. Keep squeezing the block. Rotating hips left. Rotating hips right. Good. Squeeze the side of your body. Shoulders are not moving. Good. 10 more seconds here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You're going to drop down to your forearms for a low plank in 3, 2. Good. Drop down to your elbows. You can stay on your toes. You can drop down to your knees on the sliders if you'd like to. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the block, and push your shoulders and forearms into the floor. So you're getting taller. Keep your neck up, shoulder height. Try not to drop the head down. Squeeze the inner thighs. Lift your low belly. And if you can, you're going to lean back an inch or two. And you're going to pull yourself forward using your armpit muscles, your lats. Pull back over those elbows. Good. Keep squeezing the block. Again, the knees can come down onto the sliders for the saw. Much harder for the core on the forearms and on the toes. Good. Almost there. 20 seconds. Breathe. Good. Bringing it back in. Awesome work. We're going to lie down on our back after this, and we're going to use the block. We're going to use that block. You've got 10, 9. Keep squeezing those abs up and in. 6, 5, 4. Last pulse in 3. Up and down with the hips. Squeeze up and up. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You're going to lie on your back in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Okay, keep your block, guys. Sit on your mat. You're going to bring the block between the ankles. Okay, so right between the ankles, whatever item you have, you're just going to squeeze it. You're going to extend your legs out on a 45-degree angle. Press into your low back and reach your arms up overhead. So I want you to feel your lower belly engage. And you're going to come up, grab the block with your hands, and then send the arms overhead. Okay, so the legs are going to go out just on that same angle. Feel your lower belly and your rib cage kind of pressing down into the floor. And then slowly pike it up. So you've got a little bit of weight here. Put it between the ankles or shins. Slowly reach it up. Now if you need to modify, just bring it closer to the knees. Bend the knees a little bit. And then scoop up. Grab the block. And then inhale. Reach it away. So the weakest point here is your lower back. You don't want the lower back to lift off the floor. You want to keep pressing. Whatever it takes to keep the engagement and the imprint of the spine is what I want you to focus on. Good. Inhaling, going out. Exhaling, coming up. Inhaling, going out. We got 15 more seconds. Awesome work. Replace it with the heels. So it's a little bit heavier. If this is too much, just do it without the block. Good. You're going to keep that block between your legs, and we're going to do some leg lifts in 3, 2. Keep that block between your ankles or shins. You can have your hands underneath your head or on the floor. Let's squeeze the block. Keep the low back imprinting on the floor. And start to lower the legs just to a shaky point and hold them there. Squeeze that block. Good. Bend those knees if you need to. And then slowly lift up. Let's get a reverse crunch in there. So lift your bum off the floor, push into your palms, lift and scoop the tail off the floor, and then roll your tail back down. Inhale, lower the legs, find that little shaky spot. Flatten the belly, pull it in. Good. Exhale, squeeze the block. Lift your bum off the floor. You don't have to lift too high, but feel like you're controlling the lift and controlling the descent. Good. Inhale, lower those legs. Squeeze the block. Exhale, bring it back up. Good. Do a few more. Scoop your bum off the floor. Use your hands a little bit. Roll yourself down. Good. We have 2 pulses here. We're going to do 1 pulse with the legs forward and 1 pulse in the lower hips. Good. Let's do 2 more. Just feeling the work coming from the lower abdominals for this one. Good. 1 more. Squeeze the block, lift your bum off the floor. Nice job, guys. And this time, lower the legs, find that shaky spot, really engage the low back into the floor, and start to pulse down an inch and up an inch. Down an inch, up an inch. Nice. 5, 4, 3. We're going to lift those hips up one more time in 2 and 1. Good. Take a breath. Palms on the floor. Lift your bum an inch or 2 off the floor. Little tiny scoops up from the lower abs. Lift. Try to tap your toes to the sky. Squeeze. Don't let that block come out between your legs. It'll fall right on you. Squeeze it. Up. Up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're going to bend the knees out to the side. We'll keep the block in 2 and 1. So you're going to keep the block, put it between the soles of your feet or really push into the heels. You're going to bend your knees out to a 90-degree bend, so it's about like a froggy kick. So knees out wide, hands come to the ears. You're going to crunch your knees toward the elbows and give them a good squeeze. And you're going to lean back, keep the block, send the legs out. Your ankles are kind of rolled here because you're holding the block. I want you to come up, shoulder blades off the floor, squeeze the elbows to the knees. Give them a good connection. And then inhale. Send the legs out. They don't have to go straight. Exhale. Shoulder blades off the floor. Keep squeezing the block. Good. The point of the block is to keep the inner thighs engaged, to keep the core engaged. Good. Exhale. Shoulder blades off the floor. Try not to pull on your neck here. Squeeze in. Send it out. Whew. It's a lot of control to hold that block. Let's go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We're going to touch our elbows to our knees in 5. Your abs are starting to burn, I know. 4, 3, 2. Elbows to knees, squeeze them together. Hold it here. Feel those abs starting to burn. We've got 10, 9, 8. We're going to sit up on our bum in 6, 5. Keep squeezing, breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's keep the block. Come up onto your bum here, guys. Now you're going to roll about halfway back. Tuck your pelvis under. We're going to use this weight or whatever you have, a water bottle, whatever. You're going to lean back. We're going to try to lift our feet up off the floor. If this doesn't work, just bring your toes down to the floor, and we're going to pass the block around and under the knees. So just going to hold it here. Good. You don't want to be on your tailbone. You want to be just behind the tailbone. So tucking the pelvis under, feeling the back of the sacrum, that flatter part of your bone. Good. Again, toes can be down. If this isn't good, just stay upright and just hold it. Okay, let's go the other direction. Pass that block around. Good. Pass it around. Good. We're going to take a Russian twist in 15 seconds. So keep going. Squeeze those heels together. Good. 5, 4. We're going to keep that block between your hands in 3, in 2, and 1. All right, keep that block between your hands. The heels can stay up, or you can drop them if your hip flexors are really feeling it. Twist left. Squeeze the block. Come back through center. Squeeze that block. Rotate right. Bring it back to center. Keep squeezing. Whew. All right, I know those hip flexors are feeling it right now. If your feet are up, keep squeezing them together. Can help. Or you can turn the toes out and knees out a little bit if you need to. All right, 20 seconds. Almost there. Good. All right, so we're going to grab our long resistance band. If you don't have a longer resistance band, you're going to use either weights. We're going to find a tailbone angel with that long band just under our feet. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, take a moment. Release the block for now. Grab onto your longer resistance band. You're going to step your feet into the band. If you don't have a band and you have weights, you can use weights instead. If you don't have this longer band, I'll give you another modification with the lighter band in a second. So, you're going to anchor your heels on the floor. Your feet are the anchor. You're going to come halfway back again. Arms are going to stay straight. Roll your shoulder blades back and keep your neck nice and long. Start to wing out your arms out to the side like you're giving yourself a really big hug. And then slowly resist it back. Okay, so straight out to the side. I'll just show you what that looks like from the front. Rolling back a little bit, pulling the belly button in. The arms are straight, you're squeezing between the shoulder blades, and then you're resisting. If you don't have a long band, you can use one of these smaller bands and just pull apart. So one of those lighter ones, okay? It'll do a very similar thing here, and then you bring it back and resist. Okay, so whichever one you have, keep going. Now if you want to take this up a notch and your hip flexors are not dying, then lift your heels up off the floor and then resist. So we're trying to keep the tension right now between the shoulder blades, the back of the shoulders. So you don't want to feel this in your neck, just drop the shoulders down. Good, we have 15 more seconds. We're going to hold it back and do little pulses. Good. Squeezing. 8, 7, 6. Relax the shoulders down from the ears. 4, 3. Good, hold it open. Stay here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Tiny pulses back and forward. Heels can stay down whenever you need to. Forward and back for 5, for 4, for 3. We're going to come up onto those knees in 2 and 1. All right, keep your band. Bring your knees over top of the band. Okay, so my ankles are my anchor point right now, and you're going to cross your straps. All right, you're going to cross your straps. If you don't have straps, use that smaller band between your elbows, or between your hands, I should say. Squeeze your elbows into the rib cage, and we're going to find a newspaper. So hug the inner thighs together. Elbows stay tight to the rib cage. Shoulders are back, and you're just going to pull the band apart. So you're going to imagine you're holding a newspaper with your hands. Your abs are tight, your glutes are tight. You're just opening out to the side. So your knees are not going to let that band slide. If you only have one of these lighter bands, elbows stay tight. Should be a very similar sensation. You're pulling out and you're resisting back. All right, let's go for another 40 seconds. Think of relaxing the shoulders, activating between the shoulder blades, and turning the palms forward. Good, and then bringing the palms back. So the tendency here is to bring the hands up or to push them down. Try to keep them at 90 degrees the whole time. Okay, keep those abs nice and tight. We got 25 seconds. Exhale, hug those knees together. Awesome. Good, just breathe. If this is too much, then just do the motion without any weight. All right, 10 seconds. We're going to hold it out and do a little pulse, and we're going to come up onto the feet. Squeezing out, bringing it back. Good, ready to hold in 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, take a breath, pull it out, hold it. 5, 4, 3, tiny pulses in 2, go out. 10, 9, I know it burns, breathe. 8, 7, you're going to stand up in 6, 5, you have an upright row in 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome, release, come up to standing. You're going to stand on the band this time. Cables are going to be crossed, okay? So they're still crossed, but now your feet are the anchor. Roll your shoulders down your back. Take a little squat. So you're going to sit your butt back a little in space, okay? Elbows go out to the side, palms face down. Palms face the floor, and you're going to pull your elbows out as wide as you can, trying to touch opposite walls, okay? Hold it here for a second, drop the shoulder blades down. And then slowly resist it, almost straight. Okay, so you don't want to pull from your neck. So the first thing you do is you drop the shoulder blades down your back, and you pull the straps out to the side as wide as you can. Thumbs come up toward the armpits. Good, slowly resist it down. Awesome, keep those abs nice and tight. Good, breathe. Pull those elbows out. If this doesn't feel good, you can stand up straighter. If you want more tension, you can always grab lower on the band, depending on the band that you have. If you just have weights, you're just holding the weights and pulling out. Good, 15 more seconds. Breathing. Nice. Hold it at the top just for that millisecond. Stop the momentum, and then bring it down. Good, this time bring it up to the top, and then only come halfway down. So make it a little bit smaller. Halfway down, all the way up, right behind the shoulders, not the neck. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Good, Release the arms down, roll the shoulders out. Last one, palms face up. You're gonna do a bicep curl. So the cables are crossed, elbows are bent to 90, and you're gonna curl them up toward the shoulders. If this is too much, you're gonna uncross your straps and keep them parallel. Okay? Shoulders back, curl the arms, squeeze the biceps in. Inhale, come down to just over straight. Okay, you don't want to go all the way straight, just before straight. Curl to the top, squeeze and hold it for a second. Inhale, slowly lower it down. Good, so we're warming up the low body here. Sit your butt back, turn the abdominals on, spread the toes, feel your feet on the floor. Good. 20 more seconds, stay with this one. Exhale, squeeze those armpits. Still working the back a little bit here, keeping the posture tight. All right, we're gonna hold it up in 5. We're gonna do little pulses with the hips in 4, 3, 2, hold the arms up. Drop down in the hips, squeeze the glutes and dig into the heels. Pulse up and down. Pulse up and down. Good, we're gonna do one more pulse with these arms. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, hold your lowest squat, pulse the arms up, up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're gonna grab our heavy band in 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Release the arms. Let's grab onto our heavier band. Take a second, step into the band. We're gonna go into our lower body now. So, we're gonna do a little warm up. We're gonna do a heavy squat and a heavy calf raise. So we're gonna combine the two. So once you've got that band, bring it right above your knees, one of your heavier bands. Feet are about hip distance apart. You're gonna drop your hips back and down. You're gonna lift up and lift the heels. So this is gonna be a little bit faster, a bit more of a warm up. Squat down, come up, lift the heels. Squat down, lift the squat, lift the heels. Okay? So chest stays up, abs stay turned on, lift and squeeze, drop the hips. Keep that band pushing apart, so push it out to the side so it's tracking with your second and third toes. Your knees are facing forward. So hips back, squeeze, keep the abdominals tight the whole time. Exhale, inhale. Good. Let's do about 20 more seconds like this. If you want to go into a little bit of a hop, feel free. If not, just stick with the calf raise. Coming down. A little hop if you want. Down. So it's only if you want that extra little cardio bit. If not, just stick with that calf raise for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, wherever you are, keep going. 5, 4, squeeze those glutes. 3, you're gonna stay at the bottom in 2, and 1. Hold it down, reach the arms out, stick your butt out, but keep the abs on, widen the sit bones. Think of your thigh bones digging into their sockets and reaching out the back of the pelvis. Hold it here. All right, let's just hold for 20 seconds. I want you to breathe. Release the shoulder blades down from the ears. Your arms can be on the hips if you need to, or into prayer, wherever you need to hold them. Good, 10 more seconds. We're gonna pulse it up and down an inch, okay? In 5, 4, 3, 2, down an inch lower, up an inch, pause. Down an inch lower, up an inch, squeeze. So think of the outer thighs, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. We're gonna go full range. We're gonna go up for 8 counts and down for 8 counts. In 3, in 2, get to your lowest point, lowest squat. Knees are almost bent to 90. Come up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Try not to lock and go back down for 8, 7. Sitting hips back. 5, 4, 3, 2. Find 90. Chest stays up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more, 8, 7, keep pushing those knees open, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This time when you come back down, we're gonna do some lateral walks from left to right. So hold it down at the bottom, tiny little steps to the left, 1 inch at a time, drop down every time you step. Go down, down, down. When you get to one end of the mat, you can hop if you want, optional of course, and then start to step to the right. Try to keep the tension on the band, don't let those knees knock in. Good. Hop it up and step. Good. Step, step. All right, let's do one more side, 20 more seconds, and step. Drop the hips back, step, step. Make it small, good. One more direction, step, step. You're gonna make it to the top of your mat. You're gonna face the short end of your mat after this one, good. Turn to face the short end of your mat. You're gonna stay in a squat, and you're gonna step the right leg back, and then the left leg back. So we're gonna take alternating lunges here. Chest stays up, drop the knee, good. Drop that back knee almost to the floor. Keep the chest up, down, good. 30 seconds, down, and down. The closer the band is to your knees, the harder this gets. The higher it is to your hips, the easier and lighter the band gets. So it has to stretch more when it's by your knees. It has to stretch less when it's up by your thighs. Let's go 15 more seconds. Nice. Breathe. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep your left leg forward. Keep that left leg forward. Okay, let's hold a split lunge. Keep your chest up. Left leg is the focus here. Drop your right knee straight down to the floor. Woo. Straight down to the floor, dig into that left heel. You don't want your stance to be too long here. You want to be able to drop both knees down to 90. Good. Dig into that left heel. Slowly come up, squeeze that left glute. Good, down for 4, down for 3, down for 2, down for 1, and press up for 4, 3, 2, 1, down for 4, 3, 2, 1, good. 30 more seconds, you got this. Push down. I know this is tough for both legs. Keep the chest up, keep the chest proud. Drop that right knee straight down. You're gonna feel the front of that right thigh as well. Dig into the left heel, squeeze. Good, down 4, 3, 2, 10 more seconds. We're gonna do a little pulse. So stay on that left side. Coming up, dropping down. Good, in 5, one little pulse here in 4, 3, 2, come down to the bottom, tiny micro pulse. Think of digging into that left heel, down, down, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, nice. Grab yourself a slider. You're gonna keep that slider and the left foot forward, and we're gonna kick the right leg out to the side. So we're gonna find a skater. So from the side, your left foot is still forward, your right leg is gonna kick out to the side. So now we're staying in the squat on the left hip. Push your hips back. Hands can come into prayer, or if you need to hold onto a chair or something. What I don't wanna see is your whole body shifting into the slider. I want you to keep your hip, your knee, and your ankle stacked. So kick the right leg straight out, and then slowly bring it back in. Good, exhale. Push that left heel down to the floor. Keep that left knee opening a little bit. Think of reaching your sit bones back in space. All right, give me 30 seconds here. Lighter in the slider, heavier in that left leg. Bring it in. All right, so catch your breath again. I sometimes like to use my arms to get into this, to really feel like I'm skating. All right, think of sinking that left hip bone into its socket as you go back. Good, 10 seconds from now, you're gonna bring it halfway in. We're gonna do a little pulse in 5, 4, 3, halfway in 2. Hold it, lift up that right heel, drop your hips down and squeeze the glute up an inch. Down, squeeze up, down, squeeze up. For 5, for 4, for 3. Back to kicking in 2, you got 20 more seconds. Kick it out nice and slow. Try to stay down. If you need a break, take it. We're just trying to activate that left thigh, left glute a little bit more. Good, kick it out. Bring it in. Kick it out. Good, you're gonna bring it halfway in one more time in 5, 4, 3. Good, bring it halfway, lift up that right heel. Bring your hands to your temples and just twist toward the left. So twist toward that left knee and then come back to center. So we're just throwing off our balance here, activating the glute a little bit more for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, full squat in 2, go all the way down and all the way up, last 10. Good, squeeze it out, last 9, 8. We're gonna do a minute of bungee. You're gonna come down to the hands and the knees in 5. Left heel's gonna come up to the sky in 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. All right, drop down to the knees, to the hands or the elbows. Make sure that bungee is a little closer to the knees. Lift the left heel up to the sky. Tuck your pelvis under, press into that right shin. Arms are strong. I want you to go right to the very top. Hold the bungee at the top. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Lift your lower belly up and in, and make the pulses small. Up, up. So I want you to stay right at the top in that juicy spot of the glute. Squeeze it up. Squeeze it up. Stay right at the top. Up, up. Awesome, up. Up, 40 seconds, just stay with it. Abs tight, press into that right shin and lean to the left just a little bit. Up, up. Nice, squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. 10, 9, you're gonna hold it up in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hold it right up to the top, hold it here, 5, 4, 3, last pulse in 2, make it even smaller and higher, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, line your back in 3, 2, 1, good, line your back, guys. All right, we're gonna do 1 minute of single leg bridge. So left heel stays on the floor, right leg comes up to parallel with the left thigh. You're gonna lift your hips up, and we're just gonna lift and lower that left hip down to the floor. Dig into the heel. Now if this right leg is too much, you can just bring the right toes down onto the floor, or you can cross the ankle over the left thigh and flex the foot. Good, drop your hips straight down. Wherever your leg is, think of digging that left heel into the floor and squeezing to the top. Good, 40 seconds, we're not here long. Stay with it. Exhale. Dig into the floor, lift, and lower. Nice, push into the floor, you got 30 seconds. Dig and squeeze, keep the hip bones square. Don't let that right one drop lower than the left. Squeeze as you push into the floor. Good, 25 seconds, guys, hold it up. Dig into the floor, squeeze it to the top. Lower it down. Good, 15 seconds, we're gonna hold it up and pulse it. So just keep those hips level, keep that burn on the left side going. Good, you've got 10, 9, we're gonna lift it up in 8, 7, 6, ready to hold in 5, 4, 3, lift it right to the top, hold it for 5, 4, 3, last pulse here in 2, 1, pulse it, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take off the band. Lie onto your right side. Let's lift the right leg up. You're gonna dig your left heel into the floor. Right leg's gonna go straight, and you're just gonna find an inner thigh on the right side, okay? I want you to dig your left heel into the floor. Right shoulder is down, right elbow is down. I want you to keep pushing into that left heel behind you. And if you can, you lift your hips up off the floor just a little bit if you want to get a little bit more outer thigh, outer glute. If that's too much for you, just keep the hips down. Okay, so this is a full body move. It's a side plank with a little inner thigh leg raise. If this is too much, just keep that right hip down. Lift your right heel right up and then down. Okay, so the most important thing here is to keep that left heel really heavy, the one that you just worked. Good, squeeze. Awesome. That right shoulder is really pressing with it, whether your hips are lifted or not. Good. 20 more seconds. Good, squeeze. Release. Good, feeling that right side, staying engaged for 10, 9, 8, 7. I know that right inner thigh is starting to feel it. 5, 4, 3. Lift that right leg, pulse it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Let's come into a plank position here. So we're going to keep going with that right oblique. Find a plank, bring the right knee to the chest, hold it here. All right, hold it here, lift it up toward the chin, squeeze it in toward your body. Good. Hold it here, breathe, and then pulse it up, up, up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a big stretch in. Now bring it toward that left elbow. Squeeze it to the left. Hold it. Keep your shoulders square. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now pulse it to the elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it back. Take a breath. Bring it to that right elbow. Hold it to the right for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Now pulse it to the right elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2. Send it back. Take a big breath. This time bring the knee right underneath the chest and just twist it to the left and then lift it to the side. Twist it to the left. So you're swinging that right knee to the left and then lifting it to the right. All right, 10 more seconds. Lift, squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're going to finish with a side pike in 3, 2, and 1. All right, you're going to lie on your left hip this time. Okay, so you're going to lean onto the back of your left butt cheek. Your left elbow is down on the floor, so you kind of just reverse from the last one. Heels squeeze together. Bring them out in front of you. Option to bend the knees. Step 1 is you're either going to crunch the knees to that right, the knees and the right elbow together, and then kick it out straight and lean back a little bit. Step 2, piking it up. Inhaling, coming down. So you're on that left elbow. Level 3s, straighten that left arm, and pike right up to the top. Keeping the tension on the right side here, coming down. Squeeze your inner thighs together. So we do lots of inner thigh work. Squeeze the inner thighs. Good. Inhale, come down. Exhale. If you're just here, you're crunching in and sending the legs away. If it's enough just to hold it, just hold it. Think of the right side of your body, creating a bit more tension. Good, guys, you got 20 seconds. Squeeze and down. Okay. One more pulse here in 8, 7, 6, 5. Last pulse, find the shakiest spot in 4. Wherever you are, find that right side and pulse it up. 10, 9, 8. We're going to get that heavy band on in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Grab your heavy band, guys. Take a second. We're going to start with those step backs right from the beginning just to pick up the heart rate a bit. So come to the short end of your mat. Okay, so come into a squat. Picking up the heart rate, you're going to step the left leg back and then the right leg back. So starting from the top, going back, down. Stepping forward, With control, you can just tap the knee gently or you don't even have to tap it. Good, down. All right, so we're gonna be here for a minute and then we're gonna focus on the right leg. Just build up the heart rate a little bit. Think of keeping your chest nice and tall. Drop it down, lift it up. Drop it down, lift it up. Good, down, down. 30 seconds, down, down. So this is a little bit faster, it's a bit more cardio push here. Just so when we find stillness, our heart's gonna be beating, our calories are gonna be kind of going through the roof. Good, 10 seconds, we're gonna keep the right foot forward with control. 5, 4, 3, 2, right foot forward, left leg back, hold your split lunge. So chest is up, lift up that left heel, drop the knee straight down for 4, for 3, for 2, good, you can feel that heart rate pumping through the chest, push up to that right heel, squeeze to lift, good, try not to lock the knee, your stance is a bit shorter here so that we can get both knees to 90 degrees. Good, 40 seconds, down, push through the heel, rise up and squeeze the glute. Going down, 4, 3, 2, pause, hover, dig into the floor, squeeze and push, 3, 2, 1. 20 more seconds, drop it down with control, hold it at the bottom, try to find 90, push through the heels, squeeze to the top. Nice, 10 more seconds, we're gonna hold it down, we're gonna pulse it out, then you're gonna grab a slider and put it under the left toe. We're gonna go into a heavy skater. You have 5, 4, 3, come down to the bottom, hold it here. Dig into that right heel, drop it down an inch, squeeze up an inch. Drop it down, squeeze it up for 8. Make it small, make it count. 6, squeeze the glute. 5, grab one of your sliders in 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, keep that burn going. Grab onto one of your sliders, get it under your left foot. Right foot's gonna stay anchored on the floor. Come down into a squat. Stick your butt out. Find a nice low squat, lean to the right a little bit. Spread the toes, feel the weight in that right heel mostly, and the outer part of your foot. So you don't want the knee to collapse and you want to feel heavy on that outer right side. Slowly bring the left knee in. All right, hands in prayer, or wherever you need them to be. Think of a nice straight spine. So your pubic bone and the top of your head, you have one straight metal rod. That rod doesn't change, so you don't move to the left. Your body's not torqued to the side. You're in that straight up and down position. Good. 30 more seconds. Just stay with that slow pace. Keep the heel heavy. The more you can get into a forceful breath on the way out, the more you're going to get into your core here. All right, 15 seconds. Spread those toes. You're going to hold it out for a little micro pulse. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick it out, hold it here. Sink back into that right hip. Stick your butt out, dig into the floor, come up an inch, and then down an inch. Do it slow. Press up an inch, squeeze. Down an inch lower. That's it, guys. Nice work. Up an inch, down an inch. 5. We're going to go back to kicking in 4. In 3. In 2. Stay nice and low. Stay in that burn. Sink it deep. 20 more seconds. In. And push into the floor as you kick away. Open that right knee a little to the side. Feel the outer right glute burning. Okay, 10 more seconds. You're going to bring it halfway in. We're going to twist to the right. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, bring it halfway. Lift up that left heel, hands to temples, sink down into the hips. Little rotation in the torso to the right. Nothing else changes. Bring it back to center. Back to the right. Good, we're going to go up and down in 5. And we're making our way to the floor for bungee in 4, 3, 2, back to center, full squat, all the way down, push to rise, last 10, squeeze at the top, 9, 8, 7, come down to the floor for your bungee in 6, 5, 4, 3, come right to the bottom, hold it there, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, bungee in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, dip your slider. Keep that heavier band on your legs. Come onto all fours. I like to drop to my elbows, but you can be on your hands. Let's go. We have a minute here in this bungee. Press the left shin into the floor. Lift your right heel to the sky. Squeeze it to your butt cheek. Lift the low belly. You're going to stay at the top of the range just to keep it as tight as possible. Ready? Go up, slow, down an inch or 2, slow. Push into the floor. We're going to lean to the right side a little bit. Chest is tall. We're not collapsing into the low back or the neck. Down an inch or 2. Good. Every time you feel the glute at the top, hold it. Enjoy it. Woo. Find the shake and breathe into it. Slowly resist. 40 seconds. Exhale. Find the shake and hold it. Inhale. Feel the inner thighs hugging together as well. The abdominals staying engaged. So this is a full body move. Exhale, push. 20 more seconds. We're going to hold it at the top. We're going to do a small little pulse. Then you're going to flip onto your back for 1 minute of those hip bridges, okay? You've got 10 seconds. Squeeze and hold. Slowly bring it down. Good. I know it's starting to cramp. That's the whole point. In 3, 2, hold it at the top for 10, 9, 8, squeeze like glute a little more, contract and activate it. 3, 2, little pulses up, up, a little faster, a little smaller. 10, 9, flip onto your back in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, flip onto your back, guys. So you're gonna flip onto your back. Feet on the floor, lift your hips up. Knees are parallel, you're gonna stay on the right leg. We're gonna take a minute. So hands to pelvis, find a balanced pelvis so the hip bones are in line, tuck the pelvis under, lower the hips down. All right, here we go, 1 minute. The left leg can be floating, it can be crossed, toes can be down, but I want you to focus 99% of the weight on the right glute. Dig your heel into the floor. Slowly lower it down. Oh yeah. There it is. Dig into the floor. Lift up and squeeze. Okay, we got 25 seconds. Take your time. If you need to rest your hips on the floor for a second, recalibrate with the breath. Do what you gotta do. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Okay guys, we have 10 more seconds. We're gonna hold it up and pulse at the top. Take a breath. I know it burns. Trying to fatigue this muscle. You got 5, 4, 3, lift it right to the top, hold it. Dig your heel down into the floor and start to pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, band comes off in 4, 3, 2, woo. Okay, take off the band. Let's do a little bit of inner thighs on the left side. So you're gonna keep that right foot down on the floor. Come on to the left side, so the left elbow is down. Roll the shoulder back. You're gonna turn the left heel up and the toes down a little bit. You're gonna lengthen out the left glute, the left leg. The right heel keeps on the floor. Keep pushing the right heel down onto the floor. So that is your glute activating. You're gonna lift and keep your inner thighs as close together, and you're gonna lower it down. Good, so usually we do this with the band, but I want you to focus on pushing the right heel down as heavy into the floor as you can. And again, second option for my level 2s, lifting the hips up off the floor as you do this. Okay, so you get that left oblique a little bit more, the whole body, that right glute. Whew. Okay, squeeze it out. You get 25 more seconds. Inhaling, coming down. If you need to drop it down every once in a while, that's totally fine. If your shoulder's not enjoying the lift, just stay here and enjoy the inner thigh. All right, keep digging. You got 15 seconds. We're gonna do a little pulse with this left leg. Keep digging into the right heel. Lengthen the leg. You got 5. We're gonna pulse it at the top in 4, 3, 2, pulse at the top, 10, 9, 8. You're gonna find a plank in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, roll out that shoulder. Find a plank for me. Let's bring the right knee to the chest. Sorry, left knee to the chest. So we're working on left oblique this time. So left knee comes in, bring it up toward the chin, run the back a little bit, pull the belly button in. Now pulse it in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it back, take a breath in. Bring it forward to the right elbow. Twist across, keep the shoulders square. Pulse it, 5, 4, 3. Squeeze and lift that left side, 2, 1. Good, take a breath, send it back. Hold it to the left elbow, hold it here. Breathe, now pulse it up, 5, 4, lift, 3, push into those arms, 2, 1, send it back one more time. Take a huge breath in, bring it back into the chest. Now twist your knee to the right, and then lift it out to the left. So we're not moving the rest of our plank, it's just that left knee rotating to the left, rotating left, and then right. Good, 15 more seconds, squeeze. Almost there, you're gonna flip onto your back, you're gonna lie down on your right side. This time we're gonna do that V up, that side V up crunch. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. All right, come down to the right side here, folks. Okay, so you're gonna lean onto the back of your right butt cheek. So right where the hip kind of kisses the ground. Bring your heels out a little in front of you. Right shoulder nice and strong. Lean onto your butt cheek. Squeeze the heels together. Option 1. Bend the knees, crunch to the left elbow. Option 2, pike up, lift and reach for the knee or toes. Good, you can use this bottom hand to help you if you want less help, if you want this harder. Reach your right hand out further and think of lifting up from the left side. Good, inhaling, coming down. Exhaling, slowly coming up. Good, inhale, come down. Wherever you are, you're taking that 4 count on the way in and that 4 count on the way out. Good work. Whew. All right, guys, we've got 10 seconds. We're going to do a little pulse. We're going to finish with our feet on the sliders today. We're going to find some mountain climbers and a plank to pike to finish. In 3, 2, pulse it up, up. 8, 7, hands on the mat, feet on the sliders. Find a plank in 3, 2, 1. Amazing. All right, last couple minutes here. Grab your sliders again. All right, let's start with some mountain climbers here. Okay, find your plank. So to get those obliques working, I want you to bring the knees in one at a time. Bring it about halfway. So you don't want to bring it all the way in. And I want you to alternate reciprocating the right knee and the left knee at the same time. So it's a smooth transition between the two. If you want to try going into a twisted mountain climber, alternating, twisting to that right elbow, and then to the left elbow. Good, nice and slow. You got 30 more seconds. We're going to keep the legs straight. We're going to think of lifting the hips to the sky. Or as an alternative, you can go back to that first bear, or you can just hold a plank. Okay, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, final minute in 2. Find a plank, hold it. You can be on your elbows if you need to. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Lift and drag those sliders in about halfway. Lift the hips, and then lower this down. Okay, if that doesn't work, you can bend the knees in and out for that bear, or you can just hold a plank and lift your hips up and down without moving the sliders. Okay, so wherever you are, let's finish this off. You have 1 pulse at the end. You got 30 seconds of movement. Okay, take your time. Dig deep here. Find that final push that's gonna make you feel like this workout was worth it for you. Whew. 20 seconds. Remember, take breaks whenever you need to. You're gonna find the shakiest spot and we're gonna pulse it in 10 seconds. Okay, dig deep right now. You got 6, 5, 4, 3, find a spot, pulse it up and down. 10, 9, you're done in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Take a child's pose here, guys. Amazing work. Whew. If you have time to stretch, stay as long as you need in that child's pose. Stretch out your hips, doing a pigeon, or whatever you need to do to just let that workout just slide off you. You can do a pigeon here with one knee forward, one knee back. All right, really good work, guys. Thanks so much for joining. I will see you next time. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.